This man is James O'Brien. James O'Brien is a middle class twat. James O'Brien to me is a cancer cell in the London liberal media. In London, full stop actually. James O'Brien is a middle class man that lives in a majority white area that likes to say that the rest of his country is racist or xenophobic just because they may criticise mass immigration. You know, mass immigration that's happened in our country ever since Tony Blair decided to open our gates to everything and everyone, without doing any checks, of course. But he considers us racist because we may criticise that fact. But let's really listen to what James O'Brien's saying, and let's see how I can try and twist his words back at him.
Me now, how Brexit's going to improve your life?
Certainly. It will mean that I won't have to wait so long for a hospital bed or an operation. Won't have to wait too long to get my daughter or other child into a school. Won't have to wait so long in reference to travelling to work. They're just a few things, but I can carry on if you wish, James.
So how's it going to improve your life? Because you've insisted on talking about mine, so now I'm interested in how it's going to improve your life, Timothy.
Well, I've just explained a few different ways, but let's go with the Federal Europe. Juncker, Guy, so many of the European Parliament want a Federal Europe. Why would I want to abolish our Parliament and then be a seat in their Parliament?
In many ways, I don't...
Well, let me count the ways.
Oh, let me see now. Okay, so we've got the European arrest warrant that I'd want abolished. You've got the Federal Europe that I want stopped. You've got the £10 billion that I would want stopped. You've got the mass immigration that I want stopped. You've got the euro that I want stopped. I mean, how many do I need to get to, James, before you would agree that I'm right and you're wrong?
It's more to do with how I see the world and how I see myself and how I see countries. And you've clearly...
So how's it going to improve your life then?
James, we've already had this conversation, have we not? By having less people in our country, our infrastructure's not so tight. The money goes further. So everyone's life becomes better. It's just pure mathematics, pure economics. Why can't you understand that? Do I need to go through every single one before you understand that I'm correct and you're just a twat?
I won't have to deal with all of the people like you.
So you think somehow Brexit will involve me retiring?
Yeah, this is the reason why I don't like listening to James O'Brien, because what he does, he twists people. He's got a certain way of making someone look stupid even though they're not. It's just the fact that that man could not portray what he really thought via speech. But James jumped on it and just made him look even more stupid. So it's very important when contacting someone like James is that you have all your ducks in a row to make sure it doesn't happen. And I'm really looking forward to trying to get through to him in 2019, because to this day I still haven't got through to him, and I've tried at least 7 or 8 times now, and every single time it's either too busy or they said they would call me back and they never did. I wonder why.
And you don't have to deal with me, Timothy. What model radio do you have?
This is typical of a liberal, especially a London liberal. They always say how they don't want people to upset other people. You know, they go with a hate crime and all that sort of jazz. But at the first point they get a chance, the first chance they get, they make someone look stupid because they don't think like them. The Liberals are all hypocrites, and James O'Brien is no different.
I don't have a radio. I use my phone.
Okay, so if you know the button on the top left of your keypad on your phone, if you just turn it off, then you don't have to deal with me.
This is what I wanted to speak about.
You don't have to deal with me at all.
I wanted to ask you why you're a globalist and why.
What does globalist mean, Timothy? What does globalist mean?
See, this is example 101. You've got to have your ducks in a row, and you've got to know what exactly you're talking about. So if you are going to bring up something like globalisation, then you need to actually know what it is, so you don't make yourself look stupid in front of this dickhead. All he's doing is trying to make you look stupid. That's his whole premise. He hasn't really got an argument. If a proper Brexiteer was on there and were discussing the pure facts of why you're actually leaving, and you were truthful to that fact, then he wouldn't have anything to say. He couldn't say anything. He would try and twist it, granted, but he would definitely lose.
It means all different people living in all different countries. It means no trade barriers. It means no borders. It means terrible things.
Right. Should we go back? Should we go back? Because this is a bit tricky for you, obviously. So let's go.
Let me explain to you why I would win an argument with James. I've got facts on my side. I don't give any bullshit. There are some leavers out there that come out with things that are just totally untrue. But the only thing that's on James's side is BS. It's guesswork. We're not going to be able to fly into Europe. The economy is going to crash. We're not going to be able to go through the borders. It's all BS. It's all guesswork. It's all scaremongering. We had that back in 2016 and they lost. But James is still going on with the same rhetoric. But who's actually listening? It's not leavers. It's Remainers. It's Ramonas. The people that want to overturn democracy because they can't take the fact that we voted to leave a political union.
I'd like to see them go home.
Okay.
It's not because I dislike them as people.
It's been promised that they won't have to. It's been promised that they won't have to.
I know. But
so how is your life going to improve?
Facts. Number one, by having less low-skilled people coming through our borders, it means our low-skilled will start seeing their wages rise. Number two, you've got much better chance of your child going to your local school. Number three, you'd have more chance of getting an operation in a good, timely manner. Number four, you'd have a good chance of getting a doctor's appointment the same day, if not the next day. These are just a few of the facts that he cannot say anything to because they are what they are. They're factual statements. Now, as I guess you're all aware now, I love facts. So let's give a few about James O'Brien. James O'Brien is a white middle-class man that lives in a majority white area that likes to call the people of his country racist, bigots, idiots, stupid, every other nasty word you can think of. This same man wants a foreign power to be in charge of our parliament, to be in charge of all our lives. This same man prefers open borders, prefers people just to walk through. Not really giving a shit about you or me because he's going to be fine in his middle class suburbia, isn't he? This is James O'Brien, and this is why I would always win an argument with this twat. And I do hope one day I get a chance to get through to him to make him look stupid. Ciao guys, take care.
Your point is an elephant.